We communicate every single day, right? It's something we do constantly. But how often do we actually stop and think about what's really going on? In this explainer, we're going to see that it is so much more than just talking and listening. It's deeper, way more complex, and honestly, a whole lot more powerful than we usually give it credit for. Okay, let's start with this metaphor because it's just perfect. A complex dance. I love that. Think about it. It's not some simple, straightforward process. It's this dynamic back and forth where every single move, every word, every little gesture, even a silent pause, it all has meaning. It all shapes the entire performance. So here's our roadmap for unpacking this. First, we'll dive into what communication is actually made of. Spoiler, it's more than just words. Then we'll get to the heart of it. What's the real goal? After that, we'll look at all the things that can get in the way in the real world. And finally, we'll see how communication can be this incredible force for change. All right, let's get into the building blocks. To really get what communication is all about, we have to look past the words we're saying and tune into that rich, silent language that's always happening right alongside them. You know this situation. Someone asks you how you are, and you say, "I'm fine." But maybe your arms are crossed, your voice is flat, and you're not making eye contact. The verbal message is fine, but the nonverbal signals are screaming something else entirely. That's where the real message is, in that space between what we say and what we do. And this is the key takeaway here. That hesitation before an answer, that quick glance away, that stuff isn't just background noise, no way. It's a huge part of the message. It provides the context, the emotion, and all the nuance that words by themselves just can't carry. So, if we're using this whole mix of verbal and nonverbal signals, what's the point of it all? What are we really trying to accomplish with this intricate dance? And here it is. This is the goal. It's called shared meaning. See, successful communication isn't just me throwing information at you. It's about creating a mutual understanding. The real question is, did the idea that was in my head make it over to your head with its original meaning intact? That's the win. And here's the basic journey of how that happens. A sender, that's me, encodes a thought into words and gestures. That message then travels through a channel, like my voice or a text message, and then you, the receiver, have to decode it. When your decoding lines up with my original encoding, boom, you've got shared meaning. Okay, that all sounds pretty straightforward in theory, right? But now let's bring it into the real world. Because in practice, creating that shared meaning is, well, it's a lot messier. Let me ask you this. Does a thumbs up mean the same thing no matter where you are in the world? Nope, not even close. In a lot of places, it means good job, but in others, it's actually a pretty offensive gesture. This is a perfect example of how culture acts like this invisible lens, changing the meaning of almost everything we say and do. And culture is just one of many, many barriers. Think of them like filters. You've got emotional filters. I mean, have you ever tried to have a calm, rational talk with someone when you're really angry? And we all have our own perceptual filters too. It's how we each see the world, and it explains why two people can watch the exact same thing happen and walk away with completely different stories. So now we're going to zoom all the way out to the biggest picture, because getting better at communication isn't just about having smoother conversations. It's about tapping into a fundamental force that literally has the power to shape our world. And this, right here, is one of the most powerful tools we have: active listening. It's not passive at all. It's a really engaged process of trying to truly, deeply understand where the other person is coming from. It's how you build trust, it's how you build empathy, and that's essential for any kind of real progress, whether it's in a friendship or a global negotiation. And this is where it gets huge. Think about any major social movement you can name: civil rights, environmentalism. What was at the heart of them? Effective communication. It was stories and speeches that created a shared meaning so powerful that it moved millions of people to work toward a common goal. So, this is the big question we're left with. It basically reframes communication from just a skill into a genuine responsibility. It reminds us that every conversation we have, every message we send, every story we tell, it's all a tiny thread in this giant tapestry of our shared human experience. And the amazing thing is, we get to decide what that story looks like.